What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another battle of the bundles. We are going to be doing a Prismatic Evolutions versus a Journey Together. Let's see which one actually has a better pull rate and put them head to head. Let's go. All right, everybody, I got the booster bundles opened up and I have 6 packs on each side, Journey Together and Prismatic Evolutions. So we're going to start with Journey Together and go up against Prismatic Evolutions or Prismatic Delusions, whatever you want to call it. You know, obviously everybody is going after the EV Evolutions in that set. But let's see what we get out of Journey Together and find out where we go. So let's go ahead and start the round.
Round 1. Fight!
So obviously Journey Together, this is not exactly a sought after deck. There's a redemption card for anybody that wants it. There's not really too much in this deck overall of any high value cards. Lily's Clefairy is probably going to be the biggest one you can get out of it. Everything else is just nice to have because they're nice artworks, things like that. But starting it off, we're going to have Lotad, Nimble, and the first one's going to be a Marowak. And then we have a Greedent followed by, oh, very nice, Brock Scouting. So, Journey Together has already started with a win. Or, I don't know if you call it a win, it's Brock's Scouting, nothing special. But in the battle of the the battle of the boosters, we are now 0-1. So, next pun is going to be another Journey Together. It'd be awesome to get that Clefairy. I don't have that one myself because I'd end up getting it sent out and get degraded. There's a redemption card for anybody. All right, pack 2. Are we going to get something else to add to the win? There's another Brock Scouting, but it's not the full. And we have, our first one's going to be a Petalil, a Combuskin, and a Magearna, whatever you want to call it. Now, I am terrible with Pokemon names, so some of these names are ridiculous, so yeah, give me a break. All right, next up, third pack. Here's the redemption card for anybody. All right, come on, Journey Together. Are you going to add some more cards to your numbers? See if you're going to be a winner. Going to have a Lily's Pearl, followed by a Golem and a Amoonguss EX. EXs do count towards the battle. So, I'm not giving points, you know, for EXs or trainer cards. It's just 1-1. So now we are 2 up for Journey Together. Pack number 3. I'll tell you this much. If I actually get the Sunbrianna Prismatic Evolutions, Journey Together instantly loses. So, yeah. Alright, starting it off with a Whalmer. And we have Shuppet, followed by a Regirock and a Ribombee. Alright. So got 2 more packs Journey Together. Let's see if you can actually pull ahead. Because everybody on this video knows Prismatic Evolutions is not going to have any pulls. So there's your redemption. So, I mean, even with 2 cards, you probably already won Journey Together. Alright, starting off with a Dunsparce. And we have a Wattrel, followed by, ooh, I got the biggest hit. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. There it is, everybody, the biggest hit in Journey Together. That is the top card that everybody's chasing. This one is a $124 card raw. If you can get it as a PSA or a CGC 10, the card goes for $445. The pristine sets go up quite a bit from there. The BGS 10 black label that you can get, those are almost $3,000, but the PSA 10, CGT 10 go for about $450 a piece. And the pristine goes for, it looks like the last sold was about $600. So yeah, there you go, $450 if I can get that graded as a CGC. The centering is just a tad bit off, but I would say this would probably end up getting a PSA 10 and a CGC 10. It will not get the pristine, that's for sure. Which is interesting because the back of it, the centering looks damn good, except, well, nope, the top and the bottom are off. But when you look at the front, you can obviously see the centering on the front is just a slightly hair off. But there you go, everybody. There is the top pull from Journey Together. So, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I am getting that graded. That is going into my personal collection. I am not a Clefairy fan by any means, but it's a beautiful card nonetheless. I did end up pulling the Clefairy set from the Japanese Nihil Zero. Those were actually, I had all 3 of them, or all 4 of them. I can't remember at this point. But I don't keep the Japanese stuff for my own personal collection, so I ended up trading those in as part of the trade to get my Mewtwo, which, by the way, let me show that to you guys here so you know that I actually did get it. But yes, so here you go, everybody. Here is the English Team Rocket Mewtwo from Destiny Rivals that I was able to get. I mean, this card, beautiful. You can see the centering and everything is just dead on. Even on the back, like this is easily going to be a 10. I don't know if it'll get a pristine 10. If it gets a pristine 10, that is just going to be amazing because I would love to have a pristine 10 of this in my portfolio itself. But even if it got a 10, PSA 10 or 10 from CGC, I'm going to get CGC grading it. If I wanted to, I would end up turning around, selling it, and then I would actually put that money towards getting a pristine 10 version of this. Just again, because I'm a big Mewtwo fan, and I just ended up, you know, for 190 bucks, I had to buy this. And then again, this is the card that I had done all my trades in with the Clefairy and everything like that. So $290 of a trade-in for all the cards that I had extras of, and I spent the other $190 of this. So I have my Mewtwo, everybody. So here it is. Now you know that I actually did get it. I'm not full of crap. Well, I am full of crap, but yeah, not about that. So anyways, back to the last card we have as it stands right now. Journey Together is got 3 pulls, and we're on the last deck here. And then we will do Prismatic Evolutions. I'm hoping Prismatic Evolutions has my Sunbreon because that card shop did have my Mewtwo in it, so I'm feeling lucky today, and I just got the Clefairy pull out of Journey Together. Let's see what we get. Starting out last deck, we have Torkoal. All right. Are we going to have anything good out of this? We have another PP. Oh my god. How much PP does N have? Seriously, dude. You need to knock it off. Stop drinking so much water. And then we have another N's Reshiram. I actually pulled this earlier with one of my other packs that I was doing. So I now want to say I have 3 of these, maybe 4 of them. But awesome. I like that. That is a beautiful card. And then Metagross. So, yeah. All right. So, Journey Together. Is Journey Together going to win again? Oh, that one has a little bit of damage right there on the top. So, that one, luckily, is not the only one I have. So, but it is what it is. Not everything can be perfect, but it's still a good card. I will not get that one sent out to be graded. All right, Journey Together, you may end up winning this battle again. You won the last battle. Let's see if you can win this battle. Next up, Prismatic Evolutions. Let's go ahead and start with the next round.
Round 2. Fight!
All right, I love that thing. I'm going to use those for all of my battles going forward. There's a redemption card for the first Prismatic Evolutions. It is not a God Pack. Why am I not surprised? Right, everybody? Starting off with Houndour. And we are going to have a Pokeball and Bunnery. And Sada's Vitality. And a Hollow Espeon. All right. So Hollows do not actually count. Pokeballs don't count either. So, didn't get anything special out of that set. Alright, next, Prismatic Evolution number 2. I'm still looking forward to getting my Sylveon that I actually pulled from Prismatic Evolutions. I should get that back in a few weeks. I'm hoping I get a 10 on that one. I don't think it'll be a pristine 10, but I'm hoping that it'll be a 10. But I'll do another video on the opening of all 15 of my cards. Starting off with an Eevee. That is not a special Pokeball or anything like that, so this is probably not a God Pack. Alright, starting off with Execute, Larry. We're going to have a Punny, followed by a Vaporeon, and a Terapagos EX, and a Hollow Energy. Alright, so that EX actually counts towards the numbers. Alright. Let's keep going, Prismatic. You still have 4 chances to win. Next pack is going to be... There's your redemption card, and it's not a God Pack, I'm pretty sure. Hey, there we go. Amorous, Furfrou, We have a Amorous Pokeball and Executor and a Roaring Moon. Terrible. All right, 3 more packs to go for Prismatic Delusions. Prismatic Delusions, you know, depending on what you want to call it. There's your redemption card for anybody who wants it. All right, not a God Pack. Starting off with Goldeen, Applin. And we have, first one going to be, ooh, a Max Rod. Yeah, if I've heard that, you know, from every woman. All right, but that does count. Noctowl and a Dusknoir. So, there we go. So yeah, if I had a nickel every time I heard about Max Rod, I'd be poor. I'd probably owe people money myself. Anyways, that does count. That is a rare to pull. So we are now at 2 for 4. All right, 2 more opportunities here, Prismatic. Are you actually going to come through for me once in your life? Are you going to come through for me? Just once. Just once. That's it. Just once. That's all I want. There's a redemption card. It's not a God Pack, right? Nope, no God Pack. All right, starting off with Lopunny. 3P, Miltank, Professor's Research, Zero Depths. Starting off with Crispin, and we're going to have a Pyroar, followed by a Whimsicott, and a Friends in Paldea. All right, not anything special, but hey, gotta have friends in places, right? All right, so now we are 3 for 4. All right, Prismatic, you have 1 more opportunity to tie it up. If you tie it up, this will be the second battle that we have actually had a tie on. All right, last but not least, is this going to be last pack magic, and is it going to be a God Pack? I don't think it is, but we will start off with the redemption card, followed by, nope, not a God Pack, Black Belt's Trainer. All right. But we still have an opportunity to get our Sunbreon. Are we going to get it? No. But here we go. Starting it off with Halusha, we have Okidogi Pokeball, followed by Sawdust Vitality and the Umbreon Hollow. Got tons and tons of those already. All right. Well, sorry, Prismatic Evolutions, but
Journey together wins.
all right, everybody. Thank you for joining me again for this battle. Here's what we got between the pools. So, obviously, Journey Together won with the most pools overall. If we were going to do quality of the pools, obviously, Journey Together still wins with the Clefairy, which is the top chaser out of the set. And then we also got the Inns Reshiram. But again, everybody, thank you very much. I had fun with this. But everybody, have a great day.